Hi guys, I just thought I'd submit a short video working out a few of the problems that were part of your homework in your packet. So if you want to turn to this page, the factor label method, I mentioned it goes by a couple of other names. Sometimes it's called dimensional analysis or simply unit conversions because you're converting from one unit of measurement to another. So this first one, for example, start with what you know. You have 3.00 hours. And the 00 has to do with sig figs as far as those digits having been measured. Then we want hours to go away. We're going to seconds. So we're going to drop hours in the bottom. Hours to minutes is pretty easy. 1 hour is 60 minutes. I still don't have the unit that I want, so I need another conversion factor. I want minutes to go away, so I'm going to drop minutes to the bottom. I can do minutes to seconds. 1 minute is 60 seconds. So now in your calculator, 3.00 times 60 times 60. Then you divide by what's on the bottom. It'd be divided by 1, which you don't need to do with your calculator. And it's 10,800 seconds. Now, for sig figs, you want the same number of sig figs that you have in the number you started with. In this case, 3 sig figs. So I have 3 sig figs in this number. You could also put this in scientific notation. It would be 1.08 times 10 to the 4th seconds. Okay, so let's do another one on this page. Let's look at the bottom here, number 7. You start with 0.000, excuse me, that's 1 0 too many, 0.005 kilograms. Now, I want kilograms to go away, so I drop that unit to the bottom. Now that that unit is in the bottom, I can do pretty easily kilograms to grams. A kilogram is larger, so 1 kilogram is made of 1,000 grams. Look at your units that are going to cancel. So right now my kilograms are going to cancel. I need grams to go away, so I'll drop grams down here. I can go grams to milligrams. A gram is larger, so I put the 1 here. 1 gram is 1,000 milligrams. I look at my units, grams are going to cancel, so now I multiply 0.005 times 1,000 times 1,000. That's equal to 5,000 milligrams. I need 1 sig fig because I started with 1 sig fig, so you could just leave it as it is, or you could put it in scientific notation, which would be 5 times 10 to the 10 to the 3rd milligrams. If you flip over, we'll do another one here. Let's look at number 11. You start with 2,400 cubic centimeters. And let's see where we want to go. I know I need this unit to go away, so I'm going to drop it there. I know the conversion is 1 cubic centimeter for every milliliter. My centimeters cubed are going to cancel. So now I need to get rid of milliliters. I can convert milliliters to liters. A liter is larger, so 1 liter is 1,000 milliliters. And now I put in my calculator 2,400 times 1 times 1. You don't have to actually do that. Divided by 1 divided by 1,000. And that equals 2.4 liters. As far as this one on the bottom, let's look at this mole question. You have 3 moles is what you're starting with. The conversion, it gives you the conversion. It is 1 mole is 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd molecules. So you simply multiply 3 times 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd, and you get 18 excuse me, not 18. You get 1.806 times 10 to the 24th molecules. It's possible your calculator moved that decimal over and you had times 10 to the 23rd here. You might have had 18.06 times 10 to the 23rd if that's the way your calculator gave you the answer. Now, sig figs. You want to have one sig fig in your final answer. So to reduce this to one sig fig, remember we don't look at the power of 10, you just look at the number out front. We're going to round that 1.8, it's going to become 2 times 10 to the 24th molecules. All right, I'm going to continue with the last page in your packet. I'm just going to work one or two here. Let's look at C here, 137 joules to calories. So start with your 137 joules. And then you're going to start your train track. You want joules to go away. We can do joules to calories. If you look at the chart I gave you, it says 1 calorie is 4.184 joules. This is in your packet. I'll actually flip this one over and show you where you can find that. You can find that here on the conversion chart. 1 calorie is 4.184 joules. So now, in your calculator, it would be 137 times 1 divided by 4.184. You should get 32.74, but now you have to look at sig figs. You have 3 sig figs in this number, so the final answer, you need 3 sig figs. It will be 32.7, and the unit now is a calorie. Down here in the bottom, I'll work letter A for you. You start with 75 millimeters, and we're going to inches. So it gives you a conversion here. The first one, 10 millimeters is a centimeter. We want millimeters to go away. So that's the first thing you should do, and then you don't have to worry about anything else. Okay, so I misspoke there, and I can't edit the video, and I'm not starting over. So I'm just going to continue. You bring your millimeters down here. You have 10 millimeters equals 1 centimeter. Now, you can use the chart that I gave you earlier, and it has the conversion for centimeters directly to inches, which is what we're looking for. This is not one of those conversions you need to know. 2.54 centimeters per inch. You would be given that number if you needed it. You put that all in your calculator, 75 times 1 times 1, which, you know, I'm not actually punching that in my calculator, divided by 10, and you can hit equals, and then hit the divided by button again, 2.54 centimeters. The calculator spits out 2.953. You want to have 2 sig figs. This one's a little tricky because there's a 5 here. This 9's going to round up, so you're going to end up with 3.0.